Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Say Less Basketball Podcast. You are currently listening to Season 2, Episode 27 overall of the whole podcast. This is Episode 27. Joined with as always, we got Mohammed, Will, myself, the squad. But we're talking about a lot of off-season interesting things that happened in the last week, including some deleted tweets from LeBron, some Lakers banter on Twitter, Heat and the Bulls free agency acquisitions, as well as other free agency stuff going on, and then Team USA and the gold medal Olympic basketball. So recap. So we're going to talk about that and all the slander and everything, all the takes that we had and everything. It's going to be interesting. Some opinions are going to be squandered, if you will. Some old takes are going to be exposed, if you will. But first thing is first. First thing is that LeBron is recently tweeting out a lot, and he deleted a fiery tweet calling out the Lakers haters. So he said, "Do me one favor, please, and I mean please." Well, here's the full tweet. "Keep talking about my squad, our personal ages, the way he plays," which he's referring to Russell Westbrook. "He stays injured," which is probably AD. "We're past our time in this league, etc., etc., etc. Do me one favor, please, and I mean please. Keep that same narrative energy when it begins. That's all I ask. Hashtag thank you," and then the crown emoji. So that got deleted. But the Lakers roster also currently has an average of 32 years old, and a lot of people have been roasting them and saying that they're too old. Retirement home, it's not going to matter. And then the Lakers fans and the LeBron too, as well, are saying, well, don't say when they win the championship or if they compete for a championship, don't say that, oh, it's a super team now. You said now that it's they're all old, it's not going to happen. So your thoughts, gentlemen? Do you agree with LeBron? Do you think he should have come out and done this and tweeted this out, or do you think that he should have minded his own business? And I don't know. We can open up the debate or comments about the Lakers. You already know my thoughts on the Lakers. Lakers are 4. I'm keeping that same energy forever through this whole season. But
no, we won't let you forget that. Don't worry.
I'm just saying, unless the Warriors, of course, get somebody, but well, that's pending.
Oh, you switched to the Warriors faster than
that's pending. That's pending.
Jack runs to a Krispy Kreme store.
That's pending. Oh yeah. Also, one thing. I remember I said last episode, Jack is the graphic designer. He's not the graphic designer. We all design graphics. Jack has pulled out of full-time graphic designer duties. He's just kind of part-time now. We all do graphics. He's kind of put the blame on us to do more. So now we're all designing graphics. So now that's what it is now. But LeBron tweet. Will, do you want to get into it? I know Will is smiling over there because he thinks he really wants to go on the LeBron fans, as always. I know Mohammed says some opinions too.
No, I want to hear Mohammed's thoughts.
Go on Mohammed first.
I don't want to hear your thoughts because I know I'm gonna have to hear that all later with the Olympics.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
You might as well just not talk the rest of the
episode. My thoughts are, I mean, he has a right to tweet it out just because, of course, people were making fun of AD, calling him street clothes, and, everybody was overrating Westbrook. I mean, not overrating, calling him overrated, last year with the, Wizards and stuff. So, I don't blame him for putting it out. I just think, like I said before, I don't think I said it on the show, but I do feel like LeBron's insecure sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's always has something to say about everything, right? So, I mean, if he wants to send that out, I don't have a problem with him. I just have a problem with him deleting it. Like, what was the point of him deleting it? Like,
I don't know why.
Was he just trying to put everybody on notice real quick? Or did he delete it just to get, for tweet to get more recognition or more PR or whatever?
Or was he insecure, like you said, right? Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to say that because,
but you don't know.
It's LeBron, because if you say anything bad about LeBron, everybody's going to get on your case. So, to me personally, I don't agree with the people saying, "Oh, they're too old." Or the only thing I agree with is just them being injury prone. They have a lot of guys that could, the season could be altered if the guy obviously sustains injury. But I want to say one thing: if it was KD doing this, everybody would be on his case. Everybody would be on KD talking about, oh, he's sensitive. He spends too much time on Twitter.
He responds to fans.
Yeah, everybody would be on his case. But since it's LeBron, it's like everybody's like, yeah, he has it right, man. Everybody's talking, trash about the Lakers. They're saying, oh, this is a super team, but then they're saying it's too old. It's a retirement home. So you gotta pick and choose a narrative, all that stuff. So we'll just see on this season, man. We'll just see.
I don't know. I don't feel like KD. I feel like KD could get away with it too, man. The stuff he pulls on Twitter. I don't know. The stuff he pulls on Twitter.
No.
I don't know.
There's more people against KD tweeting something like this than there are.
There's just more people against him, period.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously.
There's a lot of people that are against LeBron doing it too. Like, obviously, just as much haters, but.
Right.
Yeah. Do you remember when LeBron made that tweet or that comment about China? You remember back then with the money and everything?
And stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Like that to me and this and other stuff just kind of like highlights how much LeBron can say and get away with. Not that he ever like says anything completely asinine that you'd be like, holy crap, he needs to, be punished.
Yeah.
He doesn't. But like that China thing, there's a lot of players that if they ran their mouths on that, and he did get ridiculed, but I'm like, they would be scolded. That would be it for them. Like he cannot.
Boom.
Yeah. So like he does get away with saying a lot of, whatever. But as for this, I mean, it's the typical. It is exactly what I would expect LeBron to say. It's the exact thing because it's the exact thing his fans would say, his supporters. I mean, it's literally. I mean, it is what they said. You've seen it on social media. I know we all have.
Yep.
To me, they're a super team. I really don't know how anybody could even argue against that.
For real, yeah.
Here's the thing is you could make a strong argument this is the best team LeBron's ever had. And that I personally think it is. Because Melo is no scrub. Oh my God,
Definitely
bro.
not. Definitely not.
I'm getting tons of phone calls right now. Jeez.
Keep going.
But yeah, so Melo's no scrub. Like we saw with the Blazers last year, he can still play. Right. They got who else did they get? They got what's his face? I'm blanking.
They got
they re-signed Tucker, right? They got Trevor Ariza.
Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk.
I was thinking of Malik Monk and Trevor Ariza. Those are 2 3-and-D guys that they can use.
Yeah.
And they need those players because Westbrook can't shoot. He just can't. All right. LeBron is an okay shooter. AD is not a great shooter from outside, but he's got his mid-range. But they need those 3-and-D guys. Those guys are going to be crucial. Everywhere I look on this roster is loaded. So I don't want to hear excuses. I still think Brooklyn could be the favorite. I don't really like what Brooklyn's done so far with their roster. I would like to see more. I don't think they've done bad, but I would like to see more.
Yeah.
And that remains to be seen. But right now, like the Lakers could be favorites in my mind. Their team is loaded. I don't know what the point of saying this is. Like, I know what the point is, but like it's LeBron pre-setting an excuse because he's acknowledged, hey, everybody's saying we're old. So if we lose, well, we're old. It's fine. We're going to get hurt. It's fine.
True, yeah.
But if we win, well, we stick it to the man. We proved everybody wrong.
We face
adversity. 3 of the top 15 players, bro.
We start.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying like, how come you trying to make yourself like look as the underdog? Like you're not an underdog, bro. You're not gonna be underdog.
He does always want to be the underdog though.
It's so weird. Forever. I know. It's just stupid. They're the favorites for the West. Come on, bro.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Nobody in the West is competing with them, especially with Kawhi out for the whole season. Jamal Murray's not going to come back.
No one has a chance.
No one has a chance.
My parents always say, sorry, go on, bro.
No, go ahead, bro.
They say this phrase, it's probably a phrase you've never heard. It might be what you call a white person phrase,
A
Mohammed.
40
It's
or a 45-year-old.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
45.
A 45-year-old.
Woe, they say woe is me. You know
Ah.
what that means? It just means like, oh, pity me, blah blah blah, like feel bad for me. That's LeBron to me. He just wants you to feel bad for him, like be like, oh, he's overcoming, like you were saying, Zach, adversity. It's ridiculous,
Strive
but
for
you know,
greatness. Yeah, I know.
as Muhammad said, he's not wrong for saying it. The problem is
It's
delete
fine,
it.
it's just-
You stick to what you say, man.
Right.
Be a man. If you're gonna say it, say it.
I don't
That's
know
fine.
why. I don't know why he deleted it. That's just weird to me.
It's so funny how those would be the same excuses coming out of Lakers fans' mouths if they don't get to the finals or they don't win. They're gonna be like, "Well, Westbrook couldn't shoot. Oh, he held us back." And you know, the usual how LeBron fans turn on LeBron's teammates once they start messing it up,
Oh,
everything for
100%,
LeBron,
yeah.
like they did last year. They're all excited. Marcus Gasol, Dennis Schroeder.
I can
Then
see
when
it
it came
happening.
time to the
Mhm.
playoffs,
Yep.
man, Schroeder's, ass cheeks. Don't give him that contract. Marcus Gasol's
I
too
can see
old,
it.
man. Why is he starting? It's literally just the same thing.
I can see it
It's
happening on Twitter. I
ridiculous.
can see it happening on Twitter on Twitter right
I
now.
already see it, bro. I
They
already
lose,
see it.
they lose, and then all the fans are like, "Well, you guys said that they were old, so
Yeah,
it's
they
not
were.
really-
You,
There's no
everybody
help.
said
happened.
they
LeBron
were
got
guys-
no help, man.
no, you guys-
Injuries and guys
It's an
can't make the
upset.
shots.
It's an upset.
The funny part
said it-
about it is, like, players or fans, whatever, act like us fans saying something makes it true. Like, it doesn't matter what we say. Nothing matters. Like, the fact that you have Westbrook, AD, and LeBron, most people would say that's 2 top 5 players, or at least 3 top 15.
Facts.
And that's enough. There's no excuse. Look, oh, Westbrook's what, 31? Oh, so suddenly he just can't be the fastest player ever. What?
Right. Mhm.
Yeah, like speed kills, dude. I forgot, there was an argument I saw on Facebook or something. It was so crazy. It was like, oh well, it was kind of like this. It was like they're saying basically, shoot, dude, it was something along the age line, and then how people like were saying back then, you know, you can't compare teams back then that brought together super teams like this. I think it was Skip. I can't remember who it was, but they were saying you hear about the super teams that won. You don't hear about the super teams that lost because like Scotty teamed up with the Rock. Like there were some insane.
I know
teams.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot. I think it was Chris Broussard who said that.
It was Chris Broussard. Yeah, it was, and he was bringing up some valid points. And then the other 2 guys on the show. God, this was the worst week of Undisputed I've ever seen. I hope they never come back.
J Mac or whatever his name is.
J Mac
LeVar,
and then
who's a football guy.
Lamar, yeah, they were so bad. It was almost like they ignored everything Chris said. They were talking like he would say something and then they just say something. They did basically what he was saying is that back then those teams didn't work out because those players failed to stay healthy. They couldn't stay healthy when it mattered. He's like, well, and then Lamar's like, well, the only reason the Lakers lost last year is because AD and LeBron got hurt. And I was like, bro, that's literally what this man just said. Like, that's the actual thing he just said. I could not believe it. I commented on our page on our YouTube, with our YouTube account, because I was like, this is crazy, bro. I can't wait for Skip and Shannon to come. I can't wait for Skip Bayless to come back. Can you believe what I just said?
Yeah.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah. It's a personality for sure.
He is. And Shannon. But it was.
Turn.
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, the Cowboys.
the Hard
slander.
Knocks.
Let's go, Cowboys.
Cowboys slander.
NFC East. I like
well, what prison mates are they gonna hire this year?
Oh, the Cowboys slander coming. Cowboys pet loading.
I digress, but that point, like them saying that was crazy to me because injuries have derailed a lot of super teams. Like people, and like Chris was saying, you don't even think about those teams, like James Worthy, because they didn't win.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though like you look at personnel wise, you're like, how on earth did they lose? How?
People were
4 Hall of Famers on one team.
People were bringing up the Barkley Rockets and the
the
Nash Lakers.
Yep. Nash, that was the last one I thought of.
Oh, I
Nash,
said
Dwight,
Pippen.
Kobe.
Right, my bad.
Oh my God, everybody was so excited for that team. LeBron and Kobe finally get to play in the finals against each other.
Mhm.
I thought so too, and then
Dude.
Steve Nash couldn't stay healthy. Dwight Howard couldn't mesh with Kobe, and they still made the playoffs. It's still, I think a 7th or 8th seed, but it was below expectations.
It was messy.
They didn't
And then
win
I
because
don't know what happened with Barkley, Olajuwon, and Drexler.
It was injuries.
Did they go to the conference
Injuries.
finals?
I know it was injuries again. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I know Chuck got injured.
Man, that's a beast team right there, dude.
Yep.
That's a beast team.
Yeah.
I really misspoke on that, but yeah. So it's crazy. Like maybe injuries will happen, and LeBron's been known as like Iron Man, but the last 2 years, he's gotten hurt.
He's gotten hurt. Yeah.
I don't wish it on him, but like it happens. Nobody's
Bruce
immortal.
brought a good point. It was like, AD and LeBron, at least LeBron, the first 2 years he was with the Lakers, he's gotten injuries that that he's never had before. And the 1 year that he didn't get injured that affected them greatly was the hiatus, the 4-month hiatus they had for the bubble. So, and then it came back next year, and then AD and LeBron got injured, and that's why they got knocked out. So there's another full season, and they added Russell Westbrook, so maybe they'll have less off the load. But
Westbrook has also not been.
Yeah. I was gonna say Westbrook
he's been injury prone
but a little bit.
Yeah. He's had some injuries over the past few years, and then I don't know who else on their team's really injured. I guess Kendrick Nunn to an extent.
I mean, Ariza wasn't good with the Heat. I'm pretty sure he was out for injuries a lot too.
Well, who knows? Maybe they'll have half their team on the IL at any given point.
You don't know.
IL.
But we will see what happens with the Lakers. See if these storylines still keep heating up on the off season.
Mm-hmm.
But free agency was also a recent hot storyline in the past week. The Bulls recently made a lot of acquisitions. They signed DeRozan, and they signed in trade, and then they got why am I blanking? They got Alonzo.
You are blanking.
They got Alonzo Ball as well. So we posted a graphic on Instagram, on Twitter, and showcasing the Bulls' potential starting 5 this season of Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Patrick Williams and Vucevic. We'll talk about our thoughts on that here. And then the Heat also got Kyle Lowry as well. So it's a big acquisition for them. Then the Warriors went out and got Andre Iguodala back on the squad. And there's some rumors alleged rumors that Ben Simmons has cut off all communications with the Sixers, according to Bleacher Report tweeted it out and reported on it. And he is solely, I think he's really interested. His main focus is joining the Warriors. So there's going to be some deals for that, and I think that could help because we talked about before on this podcast about the Sixers not willing to give up the necessary. I don't know what they're just pieces. I guess they're just offering too much. They think too high of Ben Simmons. Sorry.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bless you.
It cut out and I just heard you, and I was like,
I thought he was.
Is this man trolling?
I thought I was talking.
Sorry,
I thought he was talking.
Sorry.
I thought I was talking too long, and he got mad.
No, I'd actually sneeze.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
He would be doing this. He'd be doing this.
I would have pretended I was sleeping or something if I thought you were talking too much, bro.
No, go ahead.
Guess we're not playing anything tonight.
Oh my God. I guess I'll go first though. Warriors.
Okay, so my thoughts on free agency.
Wow.
Wow. Just play it. Go ahead.
Oh man, this man laughed. No. I gotta wait for him because I'm gonna roast the Warriors.
Go ahead, Zach. My bad.
No, go ahead.
No, you cut off, so I thought before was mine, but you straight, bro. Go ahead, do it.
That's fine.
You sure?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay. So
my thoughts on the
Does anybody want to go first?
Please do
All
not do
right.
it again. Please do not do it again.
All right. So of course I'm gonna talk about the Bulls first.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just really think they did a good job in free agency. I think they're the number one winners of free agency so far, even though a lot of people seem to disagree. Don't know why. But the Bulls addressed their playmaking and perimeter defense issues in acquiring Lonzo Ball. But as of right now, apparently there was tampering and there's league is investigating. So we might lose that trade, lose money, lose a draft pick. I don't know what happens. We'll have to wait and see. So they addressed that.
Yeah.
They did get rid of Daniel Tice, which I thought was a key player just because of his rim protection. And since they don't really have a lot of big men that are known for defense, I mean, Vucevic is just a big guy, so obviously he's going to grab a lot of boards. Obviously he could stay at the rim, but Daniel Tice is a good defender. They got DeRozan, like Zach said.
Mm-hmm.
DeRozan was just an upgrade over, I guess, Temple and Saransky and who else did they get rid of?
I'm looking.
Who was their small forward?
Wouldn't it have been Temple? They didn't get rid of Temple, did
Otto
they?
Porter.
They did.
We
Yeah,
got rid of Thaddeus
Otto Porter
No,
was
they
mid-season.
didn't get rid of Temple.
and Aminu.
No, yeah, he was part of the Lonzo trade.
Really? Oh. It's okay. Never mind. It's pending still, technically.
Okay, yeah, pending. Yes. Yeah. So I think they addressed what they had to address. I do want them to get bigger, sign bigger men, big man. I mean, I should say, like I said, for rim protection and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to wait to see with Laurie, since he either gets a contract, or I mean, he either walks next year, or they do a sign trade with Laurie. Reports say that there's a lot of interest from a lot of teams, so we have to wait and see. But I say they address what they need to address, and I'm excited for the season, and I think they'll be a playoff team next year.
Facts. Do you have a specific seed for the Bulls prediction?
Well, I put money that they'll be a top 6 seed, just in general, with somebody.
That's true. Yeah.
But
they're definitely.
I want to see if they trade Laurie and they get someone good for him. I'll have an official prediction, and then we'll have to see what this Lonzo business is. So for right now, I don't have a prediction.
It's hard to say the roster is up in there.
I do think they're better than the Pacers, the Wizards, the Hornets.
Oh, for sure.
Clearly, because apparently there's some people out there that think they're not.
Chris Broussard is one of those people.
Well, he is the only person I've seen said that out of his mouth, so I don't understand where that came from.
He was doing so well last week. Like everything was gold, and then that came out of his mouth.
Yep.
ISO.
That's pretty. That's pretty bad. Yeah.
What do you guys think? Thoughts of the Heat? They're under investigation too with the Kyle Lowry signing trade.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Oh my god. Yeah, do you guys actually know why that's happening?
No, because the NBA just picks and chooses who they want to investigate with tampering, even though that happens with basically everybody.
Right.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Even though, yeah, I know. It's been a meme ever since LeBron literally was on the All-Star team's selection show and just obviously.
Yeah, he made a joke about it.
Obviously, yeah. Right.
It's dumb, dude.
And then they find Draymond that one time when he came on the NBA on TNT and was talking about a book or two.
Oh yeah, just because they gave a compliment. Like
come on.
Remember when Doc Rivers said, I forgot who was he talking about, but he said somebody was a really good player, and the NBA literally fined him $50K for that.
Like that's
that's tampering, bro.
That's just bad. That's poor. That's poor management right there. Come on, man.
And of all the teams they want to pick on the Bulls and Heat,
I'm trying to see if they have a reason.
Wouldn't the Bulls being a good team again be good for the NBA since they're literally the third biggest market in the league?
Yeah, that would be big.
All right, so I don't understand what they get on the case for.
Can't they just turn a blind eye to it?
That's all right.
We're
not going to set up meetings with Westbrook at our houses and stuff. I say that's
so they said that punishment can range from a fine to a loss of a draft pick to the contracts being voided, and then voiding the deal would be the most extreme, obviously. And they said last year, I think the league docked the Bucks a draft pick last season after it determined that the team tampered in a sign and trade for Bogdanovich. Well,
Wait,
so
was that trade? Did they cancel that trade because of the tampering? Because I remember
the deal was not voided by the NBA. Bogdanovich never approved the deal in the first place and opted to sign with the Hawks. So,
oh, wow,
but
that's
they're
tough.
investigating, which is going to be weird if they, I don't know. We'd have to see the reason why, and they'd have to, come clean with public with the investigation details if they're going to be fair and let the public know why, if they punish them, why that happened. So we'll monitor that, obviously. Social media, Twitter, Instagram. We'll keep you updated. Will, do you have any thoughts? I think this Heat acquisition is really nice too.
What, the Kyle Lowry?
The Kyle Lowry acquisition too. Yeah. And then they
re-signing Victor too,
and get back. Yeah, and they get Depot back too. Right. I think that's nice. If they can get the deals through, obviously, but I think I mean, I like the Heat. I said they would go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. That didn't happen. They got destroyed by the Bucks. I think this solidifies them as a threat in the East, though. I think because they have more star power or star players, if you will, because they had troubles with when Jimmy went down a lot last season. They struggled to keep their head above water, in my opinion. So I think adding Lowry and then re-signing Depot, once Depot comes back and they have Lowry, they can, kind of lean on those guys too and take some of the pressure off of Jimmy because he's really been carrying the Heat while these young players still develop. But it's gonna be a battle in the East next year because it's gonna be really interesting because you got a lot of good teams, you got a lot of star players.
Yeah, they do.
I hear Muhammad Yalon over here. Yeah.
I wasn't yawning, bro.
No, you're good. That's fine.
I will take credit. I want to take credit for the yawn. I just worked for like 10 hours. Didn't get a break or anything. So I am a little tired. I won't lie. But let's talk about the Bulls.
That was when we recorded at midnight.
Sorry, I haven't. No. Let's talk about it. Let's Putnam. The Bulls, dude. I'm hyped for the Bulls because to me they got way better defensively.
Oh yeah,
I forgot to bring up the Caruso.
Yeah, we didn't bring up Caruso,
right. Mm-hmm.
and while Vooch is not a great defender, I think this can really allow him because Patrick Williams can now just play 4, maybe exclusively, which I guess he did mostly, but like it can.
Right.
He's a versatile defender, so hopefully this is going to allow Vooch to just stay down low, not really do anything, and just be a worthless, dude not worthless, but like just lollygag in the paint and just like kind of like Jack would. What?
Just discrediting Vooch?
No, well, he's not a great defender. I'm saying this can help him be a better defender.
Okay, right.
Instead of guarding, having to guard his man one-on-one or something, he could, because the Bulls are much more versatile defensively now. So that should help a lot.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously Caruso, Lonzo. Lonzo is a playmaker. As far as I'm concerned, if this trade goes through, please, knock on wood, Lonzo should be in charge of the offense. I don't know if that will happen, but he should be running the offense. And I think that the Pelicans were, I don't know what's the word I want to say. I don't think they were dumb, but I think they mismanaged how they used Lonzo. I think they should have used him as point guard more. I understand they wanted to put the ball in Zion's hands a ton. Zion's great. Like, don't get me wrong. But Lonzo has a unique skill set, and I think he can really help the Bulls address some issues that they have. AO, we talked about AO. The Bulls guard play should be elite. Like, honestly, they should have elite guard play as far as I'm concerned. They've got some really great guards up and coming, hopefully. Zach LaVine, you need to sign him. Get him there. Make him, don't make him stay, but convince him to stay. That should be the first priority now because they have a real team. And it's not going to happen this year, even unless they make like a miraculous move with Laurie, which please, God, get him out of this office. Please. Gosh. But like, unless there's something miraculous happens with him, I'm gonna say like 6 to 8 seed. I'm thinking in there. I don't know if they can get higher than that. Maybe, just because there's a lot that needs to go right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hopefully it does. I'm not going to complain if the Bulls are the 4th or 5th seed. And as far as I'm concerned, they'll be a first round exit unless they are the 4th or 5th seed. But I'm very happy about them. As a Bulls fan, I have something to look forward to it for the first time in a while, kind of. It feels like, even though, I digress. But like Kobe White, I think he was going to be an interesting factor this year because I feel like with all they've added, he can really take a step back and relax and be himself and grow. Because he took a little bit of a step back last year. What's up?
Sixth man of the year, upcoming Kobe White for the Chicago Bulls, North Carolina. 6 man. Yo, Zach, you gonna?
I'm writing that down. Yeah.
All right, appreciate it.
I want to talk about because I think the Bulls are one of the biggest winners. As do I think the Heat. He getting Kyle Lowry is just big. I mean, it just is because we talked about this last year. I think during the season that he was somebody that he would want because it's another ball handler to take the ball out of Jimmy's hands. So Jimmy doesn't have to be your best defender and your best offensive player.
Yep.
Playmaker.
He's
gonna be the best offensive player regardless.
Well, yeah, but I mean, to actually play that way is exhausting sometimes. Yeah. And so I think they're good. They made some good moves. I think I'm not too big on the Nets, I guess, but the majority of people have said the Nets have done a really good job. The
Lakers need to do a really good job, though.
I think they need to get some different pieces. To me,
okay.
To me,
there's still plenty of time.
There still is. But I want to talk about who I think has done a terrible
Patty Mills,
job.
Though. The Nets got Patty Mills, though.
Yeah, Patty Mills. That's a good point.
That was a good pick.
That's a big acquisition. Losing Dinwiddie, that hurts. And so getting Patty Mills helps a lot.
It's a good acquisition, yeah.
Dinwiddie is big. But let me talk about somebody who I think has done a terrible job. And Zach's going to have a fit with this. The Warriors have done a terrible job.
No.
Yes.
No.
Bro, they signed Steph Curry to a massive contract, which he's Steph Curry. Don't get me wrong. But what else have they done? They locked up Steph Curry. They have gotten unless they trade for Ben Simmons. If they trade for Ben Simmons, then I take, obviously that changes things.
Yeah.
But they haven't been able to get anything. It's as Chris Broussard said, it's okay. Iggy, really? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! You're hanging your hats on
Iggy? The best signing so far has been Otto Porter to minimum deal.
That's Otto. Yeah, they got Otto too. Yeah.
So let's think about this. Okay, because
come on now.
As Chris said, it's much harder to trade draft picks after they've happened. And the Warriors have made those picks now. And now if a team doesn't want those picks, right? So like let's say the Sixers, it's going to be much harder to make that trade for Ben Simmons. I don't know how that's going to work out because it seems like the Sixers want half your team. But I mean, all they've done is just sign Steph. That's their notable thing. Which Stephen A. I was looking at his list. He said that was the best thing to happen in free agency.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
I couldn't believe that. I was like, are you kidding? What? That's I'm not saying like you don't sign Steph Curry. You sign Steph Curry, but like make some incentives. Do something else to like be like, hey, because he'll be a little bit older, and granted he's a shooter, so that will be whatever. But like you got to bring something else, man.
Still, I mean, 200 mil. I mean, he's gonna be like 37, 38. He's still gonna be paid
mil, bro.
40 mil to 50 mil. That's
half the team's salary every year.
I don't agree with like I was gonna bring up the Chris Paul contract because I thought that was terrible. Like I understand like you pay guys because they're valuable to your team, but bro, 120 mil for someone who's 36. He's gonna be 40 years old, getting paid 40 mil, 30 mil a year.
The Chris Paul.
Yeah, Steph is gonna be 40 mil when he's like 37, 38. I understand these are good players, but you don't pay them because they're good. You pay them because how valuable they are to your team. I just feel like when they get old, unless the Warriors are gonna still be contending for a championship and Steph's still like obviously like key piece to that, then yeah. But at the same time, dude, like, do you really think the Warriors gonna be contending for a championship when Steph's 38? Unless they get somebody.
That was my main point. I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing that up. My main point was like, how did it signing him to that massive contract? How does that help them get forward? They've done nothing to compete, to move themselves forward, because you have to look at the West. They ain't competing with the Warriors or the Lakers this year. I'm sorry. Even if Klay's healthy, they have virtually no chance.
If they get Simmons.
If they get Simmons, I still say they don't have much of a chance, but they will have
if they get
at
Simmons,
least a
they're
little.
top 4 seed in the West, no question. No question.
I
would agree with.
If they have Klay healthy, if they have Steph healthy,
their key to
they have Wiggins
to get into the finals.
They won't get.
Is getting a good big man.
Yeah,
a good big man. You need a good big man, bro. Someone to pair up with Wiseman. That's my thoughts.
But like you were saying, how does this help them for the future? Because they're locking up all this money.
Okay, they signed their star player, their all-star, their best player in franchise history to a max contract. Why are we discrediting them for signing him to a max contract?
It's like,
well, you don't sign him because he's your best player in history. You sign him because how good he is. I mean, he's good now, but he's gonna be 37, 38. He's not gonna
you sign him for what they will be.
Okay.
For what they will
be.
And that's why the Chris Paul contract is terrible. It's terrible. It is atrocious.
It's terrible.
Chris Paul fleeced the whole.
They lost.
I agree with.
They signed Otto Porter Jr. and they signed who's that?
Sorry,
the guy from the Kings, Bielitsa from the Kings. He's nice. He can be. Nice.
Oh, the
BJ.
Zach,
these are not. Those are decent role players. Those are decent role players, but it's not enough to.
That's what they need.
Change my perspective. No, they need a star player.
Okay. I think they need better if they can get some role players, some decent role players.
You're operating.
Zach. The only team I see that could beat the Lakers or the Nets, or I guess those only two big teams with 3 franchise players on one team.
Yeah.
Is
well, then won't beat the Lakers
because I feel like Clippers are good enough with Kawhi and Paul George and all the role players they have together. I feel like they're good enough to beat the Lakers and Nets. That's not going to happen because Kawhi's injured.
Right.
Okay. Any other team, if they want to beat the Lakers or Nets, they have to sign a third star. That's just that simple.
Yeah. Yep.
And I would say, look, I agree with you. If they sign a bunch of good role players, that's fine. But at the same time, Klay's coming off Achilles and an ACL. Steph hasn't really been healthy a lot. Draymond hasn't really been healthy a lot. He's kind of declining. Wiseman got injured, so his development is kind of altered now. So it's just like you can't take a risk and say, okay, we'll hope Klay's back. We'll hope Steph and Dre stay healthy and all that stuff. I think you got to take a risk. Like you got to trade for Bradley Beal, Ben Simmons, somebody, Dame Lillard. I don't care who it is. Just do something, bro. Get a third star. That's
what you have because to do you have to also understand what's Klay gonna be, because he hasn't played in 2 years. We don't know how good he's gonna be. Yeah. And I hope to God he's good. I mean, I hope to God he's right. But we can't operate like this is the 2016 Warriors anymore. When you started watching, this is not that team anymore. No. Draymond is not that guy. And although I gotta be honest with you, Draymond looked pretty good in the Olympics, which we'll talk about
last season too. So I don't know.
I guess he was good. I just think they haven't done enough. But that was just one team. The Mohammed brought up the other big losers to me.
Yeah. I think they're not going to compete for a championship if they don't get another star. If they don't have a dual star, if Klay can come back to maybe star player mentality, then maybe they have somewhat of a shot. But I still
have to go to conference finals.
I still feel like they need like a third to at least compete with the Lakers, I think. But I think by adding like veteran moves like Iggy or Otto Porter, he's kind of a veteran. By adding those guys, I think you make the team stronger, because that was their main problem last year, in my opinion, was that they didn't have enough experience on the team and they couldn't help Steph win. And I know there was that one moment where Steph was freaking out and he was like yelling at him after the All-Star break. You never see that out of Steph. He never freaks out or throws tantrums like that. Like if they have veterans that understand the game, I feel like that can ease the tension on the team, that can everybody can rise to a certain level. I think that can make them better. So I think I think that helps them if they by signing Iggy or more veteran players like that on the minimum. Even if they don't add a star player, if they add some veteran moves, I think that can really help them and benefit them down the line in this season. So
if they can return to the 2015 or 2016 Warriors where they just had Steph and Clay and they just had a bunch of good guys around them that knew how to play the system they played in, then yeah, they could be a conference finals against the Lakers. They could be a top 3 seed. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. Right. But I'm just saying, based on what happened with the injuries last couple of years, it's like
there's a lot of ifs.
You don't know what Clay or Steph or Draymond's gonna look like coming into the season. You know, it was back then. Like if this was like without Clay, without his ACL and Achilles, I'm like, okay, yeah, where's a top 3 seed for sure. But that's just my questions with the team right now.
Yeah,
that time never loses.
Yeah, they could always sign. They have plenty of time to sign new players.
Well, here I want to say this because this is a critique I have of virtually every single NBA player ever, or every single athlete, and I can't understand their emotions. So, like, I just say this as my own opinion.
Okay.
I wish players would take semi-pay cuts. Like Chris Paul, to me, should have taken one.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Steph in this situation, to me, Steph should have taken one.
Come on. He took enough. He took enough.
He still had max with KD,
he had a $200 million contract before this.
He's the first player ever to do this. LeBron, I could count countless. If LeBron literally took pay cuts, he would never complain about his teammates, or maybe not him, but his fans wouldn't, because the teams would be that's just a pet peeve of mine, because players always say, "Oh, I really want to win," but then they do stuff like this. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I just kind of wish some players would do that.
This is making a move, though.
I know. I just like, if I really want to win, I would be like, hey, I know you want to give me all this money, say 205 mil. Let's bring it down to 180.
That's true, yeah.
And let's work with that money so we can get some pieces around me. I know I'm your star, blah, blah, blah. That's just my personal preference. I'm not in their boat, so I don't know. Because maybe they're like, you know what, get my money while I can, because you never know. You might get hurt and then lose the opportunity. So I get that too.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's all sports, though.
You're gonna be making, but they make loads of money though. But that's a good point.
Do you guys have any other signings or stuff that happened so far that you have comment about? What do you guys think about Kemba Walker to the Knicks, and then also re-signing a bunch of the key players of last year?
Yeah, I think that could be nice. I think the Knicks just added a more firepower. I think the Knicks can be better. I think this takes some of the pressure off Randall if they get Kemba going on the scoring end too. They got Rose again, I know. That's a big move.
They got Fournier and they paid him $80 million for 4 years.
Damn.
Evan Fournier, what a signing. He's a good player. I'm just saying $80 million is not.
$80 million is a lot.
Price point, yeah.
Oh, we know, yeah. Oh, what about Drummond to the Sixers? Any comments on that? Any comments on Drummond to the Sixers?
No comment.
That was wild.
No comment.
No comment at all.
No comment.
I thought that was fake.
No comment.
Did you guys see how him and Embiid had that beef?
Oh yeah. People brought that up. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
When Embiid was saying that he owns space in his head, always owns space in his head. Yeah.
I own space in his head, rent free, all that stuff. Low-key, the Knicks getting Kemba Walker is pretty good because at least they have another go-to point guard. I feel like if they're gonna have Rose come off the bench like they did, I think it's good to have Kemba and Rose alternating, because I don't think both of them are good enough to carry a team anymore. That's what Boston thought Kemba was good for, but obviously they didn't.
Hell no. Yeah, hell no.
Actually, he didn't even carry him. He had JB, Marcus Smart, and Jason Tatum. He was still dropping disaster classes.
He was still the third best player, and he didn't even play like the third best player some nights.
That's most nights he didn't.
Sometimes it was Robert Williams. Most nights, yeah.
Do you guys have anything to say about Dinwiddie getting to?
Oh, he went to the Wizards, right? Yeah.
They got a new big three.
It's cool. Oh my God! Stop. But
are you guys shocked that
What about-
Bradley Beal said he has no plans of leaving Washington? You guys didn't
I
think
was
it's just
shocked. Yeah, I was shocked after he didn't react at all to the Kuzma posting on Twitter. welcome to the. I'm happy to be here, and then he didn't react with him in the photo shot with him and Beal, and then
Yeah.
Beal didn't react. I'm like he gonna be gone now, but I don't know. But I think
a lot of players
oh,
always
man.
say that they're never leaving the team. They're happy, and some guy come knocking talking about, hey, you want to team up, or some team comes and says, hey, we'll offer this much money, and then boom. It's just.
I would be willing to bet money that he's lying.
Yeah, he gotta be lying.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. No. If I woke up tomorrow and Shams tweets out that Bradley Beal is being shopped by a lot of teams, then
yeah. I love Boston, and I plan on resigning here next year.
Dude,
I remember when someone asked Harden on Twitter, are you staying in Houston forever? It's like, yeah, man, for sure. I love Houston. Rocket for life. Hashtag Rocket for life. That was in 2017, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Name
Kevin Durant. I plan on staying here in Thunder, staying with OKC for the rest of my career.
I plan on re-signing. I plan on being a Thunder for life. Paul George. I plan on being
a Pacer. Probably a Pacer, yeah. And Thunder.
I mean, he said
he said the same thing on the Thunder too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the same thing on Clippers too.
Run it back, unfinished business.
I think Kemba to the Knicks is good.
Yeah.
You saw the undisputed question, the way it was posed. It was, are the Knicks and Bulls contenders? The hell? No. They're not. No.
Just setting them up to be disrespected.
I know. But Chris Broussard's answer was hilarious to me, which it should be, because the Knicks have no chance to win the championship. The Bulls have no chance. It's okay. They both got better. Honestly, I think the Knicks seed could actually drop this year.
Well, I wouldn't say they have no chance, because we saw what happened with the Suns and the Bucks this year. So I wouldn't say no chance.
Nobody has no chance. I use the term not literally, but I gotta
make the finals if the Nets have injuries again. Or
the same thing happens this year. What happened last year or last month or last 2 months? Then the East and West are wide open.
Somehow, I just have a gut feeling that the Knicks seed will actually fall this year.
More wide open than Darnell Mooney.
I'm dead. I'm so
Jalen Ramsey, I love you, bro.
Oh, the fact that you on the spot. Oh my god.
Sorry, I thought of that just now. I had to let it know.
That was,
my bad, Will. I showed you like.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done, bro. I'm done. I don't say nothing else.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, moving on to the Olympics. Let's go.
So
Gold medal.
Wrapping
America, patriotic. I love
wrapping this episode up with some gold medal talk.
Someone put on some Miley Cyrus or something, bro.
Oh no, hell no.
All right, bet. Say less.
Party in the USA. Let's
Please don't. We might get busted for copyright if we do that.
Yeah, that's true. We can't do that.
Kevin Durant's the greatest men's hooper player ever. Is that factual?
In the Olympics?
Yeah. He's the greatest Olympian ever.
He's not
men's
better than
basketball Olympian, yeah.
Is he better than MJ?
Oh, okay.
I mean, the stats say that Durant was better.
Stats don't tell the whole story.
So they don't, yeah.
He is the best U.S. men's Olympic.
I just want to say I called the Olympics. I called the gold medal happening, and then Will doubted it. Will severely doubted it. Muhammad said the team was mediocre this year. So I'm taking credit for that. My take on that one. It's another dub in the books for you, boy.
Literally said they were gonna win.
Zach, you take pride in putting out easy predictions like this.
It wasn't an easy prediction. You both
both
said that
they're literally the most dominant team in ever.
Then why did I say that? Because I had questions with the team. Yeah, but at the same time, if they won gold, I wasn't surprised. It's not like I was like, damn, USA really won gold.
But Will,
just had questions.
Okay, you had questions. I never had questions. That's why we're different.
Well, you just saw what happened with FIBA last year, right?
You had questions. I did not. We're not the same.
Well, that's
All
that's
right,
because
bro.
your basketball and analysis is just too low to have quite. You don't know what questions there would be. You would look at the roster and be like, "Huh, nobody above
Yeah,
6'9". They're
I'm sorry,
fine."
I didn't have any questions when I saw that KD and Tatum and Bam and Booker and were all on the team. I'm sorry I didn't have or Middleton. I'm sorry I didn't have any questions. Yeah,
Did that team go undefeated?
no, but they and Dame.
Okay,
Oh,
so
and
they
Dame
could
and Dame
lose.
as well, and Dame as well. Right? Yeah,
I
forgot
mean,
about Dame. Right? Yeah. Mhm.
Dame was big time yesterday or 2 days ago. Whatever
Yeah,
it was.
but there was a
Keep
lot of.
going. Keep going.
What do you mean keep going? Yeah,
I want to hear.
so I'm taking credit for that as well. But I was gonna say that we also want to talk about the Kendrick Perkins, Kevin Durant, and Draymond Green call out the Team USA critics after they won. It was hilarious. They're on Instagram Live. They were boasting, but Kevin Durant had a game high 29 points. And Will said that Tatum and Bam were in. Yeah, I want to point this out too. Hold on. Will said that it would be on Tatum and Bam if they lost, but now that they won, it's on Durant. So I don't understand the blame there. I don't understand why suddenly if they lose, oh well, suddenly now it's Tatum and Bam. But if since they won now, it's only on Durant. It's only on Durant. And then he also said, then Tatum had 19 points and was a leading contributor and made like clutch buckets in that gold medal game as well. You have anything to say about this, Will? Anything to
Clutch buckets.
get
Oh
clutch?
my God.
I was
Here
watching.
we go with the
watching
exact
it?
definition of clutch, bro.
If it's in the fourth quarter and he makes a shot,
I saw many plays where Tatum hit shots from Durant giving him the ball and setting him up. I did see that.
you still hit the shot. You still gotta make the shot though.
I know, but I'm just saying he can't create his own shot.
Yep.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I told you this. Tatum
Doesn't make
and
any
Bam
sense.
were gonna be the leaders.
No,
Okay.
never.
Yes.
They never were expected.
Durant gave them the opportunity to be the leaders, and they couldn't get it done. They lost.
Durant,
and then Durant was like, "Screw this! I'm gonna do it myself."
Durant should have been he should have stepped up and been the leader the whole time.
Well, but he's trying to give these guys growth, these opportunities for these younger players to do what Durant's been there 4 times. He's fine. He doesn't need this. He doesn't need to be the guy. And then they couldn't handle it, so he became the guy and
he was always
arguably the best Olympics ever by a men's basketball player or just a basketball player ever.
He was always the guy. We all knew he was the guy coming into this.
He was the guy. He's the reason they won.
I told you that he was the leader. I told you that he had to be the leader and Dame had to be the leader and they had to step up. And Tatum stepped up in the last game. He had 19 points. And he made some decent buckets from the
I even sent videos in the chat outlining how terrible he was.
Okay, you sent 2 videos.
2. Yeah, well, 2 is not.
Show me the 19 points he had. How about that?
Yeah, like 16 of them were from KD giving him the ball and setting him up. Not 16, it wasn't that many. Because he did. I will give him credit for he hit like a nice.
So by that rule, if we're saying setting up, then all of Durant's points in the Warriors don't count because Steph set him up.
Well, I mean, that's what you're saying.
Right?
You said that he can't create his own shot.
No, I'm not.
You said that Durant can't create his own shot.
I was just joking, man. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Come on. You can't believe I'm serious about that.
I stick by what I said. Bam and Tatum had the opportunities.
No.
To be the guy.
I disagree. No.
And they couldn't do it. Durant took it over, and Dame to an extent. They're just like, you know what? You guys can't. And like literally that high five after Durant hit that cold clutch 3. Guess who wasn't in the game at the end of the game? Tatum, because he can't be the guy. Tatum and Bam, they weren't on the court.
Tatum was in the game for most of the game, and they were up, and they took him out, and then they so correlation there.
I'm pretty sure though because they made their run. They made their run
Tatum on the floor and like 10 points with Tatum, and then they took him out and.
They made the run in the third quarter when Durant put up like 12 points. That was, I mean, I know Tatum was on the court, yeah, but in the fourth quarter he was not. You know, when it matters most.
Yes, he was.
I'm just saying.
He was on the floor for the fourth quarter when they're up 10, and then they took them out, and the lead was cut down to 3.
Or is it the plus minus stat? All I'm saying is they had the opportunity to be the leaders. They couldn't get it done. And so this Olympics was on Durant because they won.
Okay, whatever you want to say about that, leave us a comment on your thoughts on the takes here. But Durant and Draymond on the live, KD said everybody who said we were going to take the L, they had some power rankings out. They had us 4th behind Slovenia. Come on, man. Talking about they're catching up to us. Like, are you serious? The skill is unmatched. A lot of people reposted that. The skill is unmatched. I know Steph posted the congratulating on him. Said the skill is unmatched, what he said. Shout out to everybody that won this gold, everybody that chipped in and helped out. One of the press conference, but I had to talk my shit real quick. Green was
a potty word.
Green was more specific with his response, calling out ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins, who said he was not confident in Team USA ahead of the Tokyo Olympics. He said, Kendrick Perkins, you talk a lot of shit. Act like you're American. Yeah.
I guarantee if LeBron was on the team, Perkins would have immediately been like, "Oh, they're gonna obliterate everyone." Wait, is Zach? Oh no.
Kendrick Perkins replied, and he said, "You're right, Draymond."
I thought he froze.
I thought he froze too.
I was reading the tweet. You're right, Draymond. I'm going to keep talking my shit, and ain't nobody gonna shut me up. Congrats on winning the gold medal, though, champ. Carry the hell on.
Carry the hell on.
Carry on. Yeah, okay, but he has some.
What did he say today?
He deleted a lot of. I remember he posted a tweet about the Olympics, about his take on the Olympics, and then he deleted it as well. Talking a lot about deleted tweets this year. But there was a lot of I know.
Oh, this is
one of my favorite sports accounts on Instagram. Old Takes Exposed, had a whole segment because Draymond specifically requested for Old Take Exposed to call out everybody who was writing them off. So it was amazing because he was replying to all of them too. Kendrick Perkins said, "Oh, here's the actual tweet. I'm glad we don't have to deal with Greg Pop no more after these Olympics," and then he deleted it.
Good Lord, man. What's wrong with him?
Then Timothy Lubawe Cabarro said, "I think it will be represent something pretty special because it's the first one we're going to win for his team, Team USA." Yeah, so that didn't happen. Colin Coward as well said, my prediction of a silver medal for Team USA hoops. Maybe optimistic. Nick Wright as well. I don't always root for USA in the Olympics. I'm out on Team USA. Blood is thicker than water. You know what's going on with the gold? My large adult Slovenian son, Luka Doncic. We might have to redo the tiers if Luka beats KD. Yep. So
I don't know why they care. I think it's
weird. If it was
that,
LeBron on the team, he wouldn't say that. But
yep.
It's KD.
Yep.
The agenda has to continue.
And then a whole bunch of fans as well saying that
I don't really understand that. Like, why do you base your ranking of players off the Olympics? Like, are you serious? That half the time these guys are not going all out. Yeah, I know these guys aren't playing 100% in these games. Like, yeah, they might play hard, but nobody. Well, yeah, they're not putting their best product out because they got 10 other all-stars or superstars next to them. Also, it is the Olympics. Some of these guys don't care as much about it, you know.
So if let me ask you this question: if they don't have to have their best effort and they can play with a bunch of other players, why did you put the blame solely on only 2 players? Why did you solely put it on?
I didn't. Oh my God.
That's what you said. You said if they lose, it's on Tatum and Bam. You didn't say anything else. You said it's on those 2 players.
Because of their leadership. Because they were supposed to be the guys. That's like saying
carry the hell on. Carry the hell on.
You blame the Nets on KD, bro. You didn't even read it. Perkins. No. You blame. It's like the best players, the people who are supposed to be the leaders, get the blame. That's just how it works. Except if you're LeBron. Yes. Except if you're LeBron. Bro. So Bam and Tatum to me And
Okay.
to everyone else,
Okay.
we're going to be those guys. And they couldn't be. And KD stepped up and finished the job. Simple as that. I want to read what
Job
Perkins
finished.
said today. Or, well, I guess yesterday at this point.
Job finished.
Did you see this? Do you see this? Imagine winning a gold medal for your country and the first name you utter walking to the locker room is Kendrick Perkins. Wow, I appreciate it, fellas, and congrats on winning the gold.
Come on.
Carry the hell on. That's the one I was talking
Kendrick.
about, bro. That's the
Come
one I
on,
was talking
bro.
about. Bro, like
that wasn't the
that's
first.
insane.
That wasn't the first name. Come on, man.
First of all, the
man.
celebration started on the court, so
Right. That's not no.
come on,
He
G.
just went on live after, and they were talking shit. Come on, man.
This man is crazy. I don't
And
know
you know
how
what,
he's
bro,
on
it's-
TV.
It's just trolling to get their name out there. Okay,
Yeah.
you can't feed into this stupidity.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you
He's
can't read
very-
into it. You can't.
You
read
just have
into
to ignore them.
it. Yeah, it's
I
true.
couldn't
Can't
believe
ignore
it.
them though because they just repost it because it's so asinine that they have to talk about it because that's what happens. That's how.
Well,
you
if
get,
I was
Yeah.
Draymond and KD, I would have just stayed off social media and just enjoy their celebrations, enjoy the win, enjoy Tokyo, and then when you come back to States, then you can say anything because you're gonna come back with a gold medal. So can't say nothing about that.
That's true. Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. Durant hit a huge 3.
Yes. Shout out to Middleton and what am I blanking? Drew Holiday winning gold medals and championships. That's pretty dope too. I think they became like the first duo since like was it Pippen and Jordan to win gold medals and a championship in the same season? Yeah, pretty dope.
Yeah,
Could have been
I'm pretty sure.
No.
No, it was D Wade. No, D
Well,
Wade.
it would be
LeBron
LeBron and Wade.
No, he didn't come back in 2012. I don't think
Oh,
so.
he didn't?
Oh, okay.
Wait, did Chris Bosh though? I think Bosh did. He
Let me
might
look
have.
up the rosters.
What was I
Maybe
gonna
that's dope,
say?
though, yeah.
About Perkins or something. Perkins is like the classic example that you can act like an idiot and you become famous. Oh,
That's how it works in
I would-
2012, 21.
yeah.
Yeah.
You good, bro? I was gonna ask, like, do you guys think Perkins talked like this on the court?
Nah. Hell
Dude,
no.
I'm telling y'all, it's
Hell no, bro. He
it's-
was not good enough to be talking that. I know he's in the terms of NBA, he was not that good enough to be talking like that. No way.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like,
No
dude, if
way.
he
He would've
ran his
gotten-
mouth like this on the court,
He would have gotten
yikes.
shut up. Like he got shut up by Steph. That one clip where Perkins is
Barrett's on the
angry as
team?
hell. Man.
Deshaun Prince was on the team. Dwight Howard on the team.
Yeah.
You reminiscing?
No, 2012. They weren't teammates. Chris
Okay.
Bosh didn't play. D Wade didn't play.
Okay then. So yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's dope
I
though.
wonder why D Wade didn't come back. That's crazy.
I don't know. He might have been hurt.
Probably was. Probably just want to enjoy his championship off season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is the finals MVP, the rightful finals MVP.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Huh?
Huh? Any
Just want to say something and get a reaction out of you guys. Gosh.
any bold
Trying to be Perkins.
Oh, okay. Carry the hell on. But any last segments? Any last takes or anything to say before the?
I really hope the league doesn't void the Lonzo trade
Yeah.
because that'd be terrible. It's fine though because if they do, we'll just trade for Steph or Dame.
Oh, okay. They trade
They
for
don't have
Steph.
the money.
Woo!
They do not have the money for
They
those
traded for
players.
Steph. Woo!
It's fine. I'll become their booster. It's all good. I could lend
Your
some few
booster.
bucks.
You can lend them
Yeah.
lend them some money.
I'll become the booster club. I'll just lend the money whenever they need it, bro. All right.
Loan them a couple $100 million.
Also,
No
Lukaku just signed to Chelsea, so Chelsea will be repeating as Champions League champions back to back. They'll also be winning the Premier League title this year, and the FA Cup, so they'll run the treble. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a good time to be a Chelsea, Bulls, Bears fan right now, and White Sox fan.
Yeah,
White
let's
Sox
go Bulls.
I don't know about
Let's
that
go
last
Bears.
part,
Let's
bro.
go Bears too. Yeah,
They're doing good enough for me to at least they're making the playoffs.
we're
That's
coming
good enough
back.
for me.
We're
They
coming back.
better.
A new era of Chicago sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you
New
sure?
era.
I want to
New era
say
of
that
Los Angeles sports, right? Zach?
Huh?
New era of Los Angeles sports?
Oh, shut the hell up. Carry the
Or
hell on.
San Francisco
The
sports?
Bay Area sports.
Bay
you
Area
gotta talk
sports,
about your
LA
favorite
sports.
teams.
Yeah.
Talk about your teams, bro. It's
Yeah.
okay. I want to say this though. I think LaMelo Ball will be in the MVP conversation next year.
Wow.
Oh, the MVP.
Hey, yo, write that down, yeah?
Yeah.
Write it down. I said in the conversation.
Yeah, in the conversation.
He will not win it unless they get the 7th seed. He very well might average a triple-double. Maybe or maybe not. If Russ watches the podcast, I'm not taking a shot at him. If he doesn't watch the podcast,
Russ, if you watching the podcast, I'm happy you're home, bro. Go for that chip. You know what I'm saying? Big ups.
Yeah, big ups to.
Bro, I cannot wait if they win for everybody like, hey, he won with, LeBron won with Kyrie and Rush before KD could win with Kyrie or Rush.
I'll say that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you'll be one of those people.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Coming around. Overrated. No.
When people say that, I immediately understand they have a poor understanding of basketball.
Moving on from
Isn't it crazy?
We got to get this stuff in
All
KD
debate
in.
Talk is putting me to sleep, bro.
We're going to get this stuff in KD debate in sometime this offseason, too. So look forward to that. You can have
do it next week.
We could do it next
week. Let's hype it up. Next week.
Steph, next week.
Steph versus KD, Will against Zach.
No. It's not just me against Zach, bro.
It's you against Zach. Who else would it be?
Next week, we finally do it. I think we're going to do it.
Get your tickets. Tune in.
Wait.
We should broadcast it live, low key. Should stream it.
That would be dope, and then put it on the YouTube after. That could be cool.
Stream it on YouTube.
That could be cool. Yeah.
Give it to the people. Give it to people right there.
We got to give them what they want.
If we can figure out how to stream through Zoom, we'll figure it out.
Oh my god, bro! I work every Saturday. They will not give me a Saturday off.
Just don't show up. It's that simple.
They'll throw a tantrum. I actually can't say anything negative about my company on this podcast.
Okay, we're running out of game time here. We're running out of time on the podcast. But appreciate everybody tuning in on another episode. We'll be back next week. Off-season content, as always, YouTube, Twitter,
Italy for World
social media. Appreciate all y'all. Peace.